What's up, Black Sheep, and welcome back to the channel. You probably know that winter is for letting go and spring is for renewal, but did you know that you can actually use certain herbs at this time of year to help your body transition into the spring? This week I spoke with a local herbalist, Shay from Enchanted Fox OCC, to shed light on which herbs can help support us during this season. What's up and welcome back to the channel. I'm Roshni and I'm here with Shay at Enchanted Fox. Shay is one of the co-owners of the Enchanted Fox OCC. Shay, thank you so much for being here. We have a ton of bulk herbs behind us, and so we're going to talk about some herbs that can support you during this time of year. Shay, you studied herbalism, correct?
I have been studying herbalism now probably going on like 6 years.
Wow, yeah. Amazing. What do you feel like is supportive during this time of year?
Kind of in the middle of like getting into the beginning of springtime, and this is definitely that time where we're kind of really releasing a lot of what we held on during the winter time. Our bodies are kind of loosening up, and we're starting to kind of get that sense of usually around this time you want to detox, you want to cleanse, you want to release, especially like all the heavy things that you were intaking during the winter. So usually I would recommend around this time like nettle or lemon balm. Those are very nourishing herbs. They're great for helping the body support itself while it's kind of going through detox phases. And then for the detox itself, you could have dandelion root. You could also have, I guess it just depends on what you want to do. Echinacea is great for kind of building up your immunity during like that time of detox. And then you could also use things like marshmallow root to help you with like nourishing and also hydrating the body from the inside out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we live in Colorado, obviously, and it's very dry here. So going into our spring, summer season, it's especially drying and hard on the body, and that sun is so strong. Do you find that there's some herbs more than others that really support that?
I have honestly really been a kind of going in between a couple of different herbs. But a lot of them are actually not like herbal bases at all. I typically really enjoy like okra around this time of year. Is actually very, very nourishing for the body from the inside out. Aloe vera juice, very nourishing for the body. But herbs themselves, like I said, the marshmallow root is going to be great. It does have a mucilaginous property to it, so it definitely will kind of help with keeping your body, a little bit more hydrated. I also feel like I said, the nettle is great because it gives you that full boost of multivitamins. And typically our bodies, when we're dealing with especially detox times, spring times, we're typically losing a lot of vitamins, a lot of minerals. So especially as you're going into the summer, because you're sweating more, you're kind of like, active more. And so helping your body stay replenished during that time is super important. I would also say hibiscus is also a really good one for this time as well.
That's so true. It's so cooling on the body.
It's fruity. And it really helps with digestion as well.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay, how does it help with digestion?
So it's full of vitamin C, and it's got a little bit of potassium. And so kind of like with your bananas that you eat, you get a little bit of fiber, and so that helps to move through any, stuck or stagnant foods.
That is so interesting. It makes sense that winter is about letting go and releasing, but I don't always think about it as going from winter to spring, like how much our bodies need to catch up on doing that and how much they've carried for us over the seasons. If you were to make one tea or one blend to support you, how would you use it? Would it always be a tea, or would you use it in different ways? And what would a recipe be that would be kind of like your go-to this time of year?
Gotcha. That's a good question. So you can kind of use herbs in multiple different ways. If you're more of a tea person, you can definitely do them in teas, but you also have the option of doing like any tinctures. You could also make yourself like herbal gummies. You could do some kind of pill, like dried pills. So there's definitely different methods of using the herbs. And then honestly, I would say depending on what you're wanting to do. If you're trying to do more of a detox, cleansing the body and kind of resetting the body, you would typically want to maybe do a different set of herbs that are going to be better for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks tops, so that you're able to get kind of like a a good strong cleanse out of it, and then you cease using it because you don't want to continue stripping your body or moving things through your body without letting yourself replenish. If you're trying to do more of a nourishment and trying to kind of help your body through a period of time where you want to build up, and you want to be able to take it over a long period, for weeks or months, then you want to use more nourishing herbs and things that are going to be best for daily use.
Okay, that's so interesting. Yeah, you wouldn't want to mix so much of it together, but
Yeah.
sometimes when like newbies are going into mixing herbs,
Yeah.
like myself, I'm like, well, these will all work together and like it should be fine. But it's good to
Yeah.
know, like looking at the properties and figuring out how it's gonna commingle. Like that's
Yes.
important.
I think the most important is if you're able to, pretty much anytime you're wanting to make a blend of any sort, you're wanting to kind of split up those properties, base them on what is your main goal. So during the spring, you can actually do both, right? You could do a detox, and then you could also do kind of like a replenish and renourishment. And typically people do those in that order. So they usually will detox first and kind of, cleanse their body and get rid of everything that they are kind of been holding on to in the winter. And then they'll move into, once that detox is over, then they replenish with, the nourishing herbs and the replenishing herbs, and kind of like building up their body and their immunity, and kind of just rebalancing from that cleanse. So in this particular blend, I decided to go with hibiscus, dandelion root, a little bit of peppermint, and a little bit of lemon balm. These particular herbs are going to be really great for the detox. The dandelion root is going to be that main base of the blend. It's going to help to support the digestive, help you kind of move through any stagnant or any like built up foods in your digestive system. And then the hibiscus is definitely going to be an aid to the digestion as well. Definitely going to help to add a little bit of that sweetness to this blend, but also going to add a little bit of hydration as well for the body. Our peppermint is definitely more of a taster in this blend. It does have a cooling property to it, so it's definitely going to help the body feel cool on the inside, especially during like any of the detoxing process, because typically while you're detoxing, your body like kind of heats up a little bit, you start to feel a little flush, and so that peppermint is going to help to cool the body down during that process. And then lastly, we have some lemon balm, and the lemon balm is going to be very nourishing. It's going to be very vitamin rich, and it's going to help kind of support the body while you're detoxing. So this full blend will kind of just balance you at the very end with a little bit of lemon balm.
So, would you say there's a certain way to use it, or like to have it once a day? How would you use this tea?
So something like this is a pretty gentle detox. You could use it, I would say typically 1 cup for like maybe a week, 7 days. Should be enough to kind of help you reset, help you feel a lot lighter, and kind of get you a little bit more, I would say, a little bit more balanced in the tummy. But this could definitely be up to a 2 week blend for some people.
Okay, awesome. And are there any other things that maybe someone could look out for to know that it's working, or maybe if there's anything for them to know that it may not be the most supportive for their body? Do you have any kind of advice around how to know it's right for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say that you're going to feel, like I said, if you're having that sense of any like flushness, hotness, anything that may make you feel a little bit like it sometimes will expel out of the body, makes you sweat sometimes, it makes you diuretic, so sometimes you have to pee a lot. If that is the case, then that is how you know that it's working, and so that is completely normal. If you don't really have any heat, hot, any diuretic effects where you're like sweating kind of, or releasing anything, that's typically meaning that the blend either needs more time, or maybe you need something a little bit more robust, a little bit heavier for your detox. And also if you're having any kind of really just anything that is considered to be like if you're having any like itchiness or any like irritation, things like that. That's how you know that maybe something in the blend may not be working for you. But for the most part, this is a pretty general, pretty gentle, easy blend that most people wouldn't have a problem with. With this particular blend, it is typically going to be brewed anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes at about 175 for the heat.
Okay.
And so for most people, if you're not a super big tea maker, the heat itself doesn't matter as much as the time does. So if you're not 100% sure how hot the water actually is, if it's anywhere over boiling, just make sure that you keep your eyes on your tea. You will be able to tell when it's ready by color. Typically when you see your tea getting, just deep color rich but not dark, that's how you know it's about ready.
If someone's ready to get this blend at Enchanted Fox, would they just come in and buy all the herbs separately, or do you also make blends here?
Yeah. So anyone who's interested in purchasing these types of blends can definitely come directly to the Enchanted Fox and ask for the blend to be made for you, or you can purchase these herbs individually at a half ounce or a full ounce in order to make it yourself.
Taste test time.
Yes. Let me know how you like it.
This is so much more fruity than I thought it would
Yeah.
be. I love hibiscus,
Yeah.
but like this is a layered flavor, I feel.
What do you taste the most, the hibiscus?
Well, I taste that, but I taste the peppermint right under it.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised about that because peppermint is normally so strong and such a bold flavor that it kind of takes over.
Yeah.
This is really good.
Yay.
I love it. Thank you so much.
So Enchanted Fox, we are located at 2636 Colorado Ave in Old Colorado City, and we're open Monday through Sunday, 11 to 7 p.m.
Hopefully we'll see you here soon so you can make your own teas and grab some of their other magical items, ritual items, and they have classes and tarot readings by me sometimes and other readers locally. So definitely make sure that you swing by and check out this beautiful new store.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on.